lakes, big part of what Branch County is all about. Over 100 lakes that people from all over the region benefit from, whether it's someone coming in who has a summer home here, whether it's folks that come into vacation here, or all of us that benefit on a daily basis, whether you live on the lake or not. For that, and obviously, there's a lot that has to be done for lakes to maintain, whether it's water quality, the dams, and those kinds of things, and then how do you pay for it? Coming up later today, Branch County Board of Commissioners at their meeting will talk about a special assessment project that's going on or being proposed anyway. And there's some folks that are saying, hey, wait, maybe slow down a little bit on this and take a different view. And one of those is Dennis Babjack, longtime advocate, I guess, for Coldwater Lake, formerly the association president out there. Quick overview. I know it's a tough one to boil down into 30 seconds or a minute, but what is the assessment and what is it? Maybe kind of what your thought process is on this, what they're proposing anyway.
Well, the main thing is how the methodology of taxing the assessed district. So this has been going on since 1960, and per lot basis all the way up to 12. After 2012, the county went to SEV, which did increase the valuation and revenues on that. Well, the attorneys now say that, hey, you can't do that. So they've gone to court and recreated a special assessment district and allocating who's going to pay for what. It's a rushed process. There's really no due process at the lake. The Part 307, which gives power to the drain commissioners in the county, really doesn't allow for any type of Laker review. You can challenge, but things are made very difficult. So what I'm asking is for them to slow down adopting the special assessment, to look at the methodology, especially with in the Michigan Supreme Court, Part 307 is being challenged because this assessment doesn't provide a special benefit, it doesn't provide a cost or a project. So, it kind of looks like the county's, cost shifting responsibility, more on to the Lakers. And after you called me and we set up this interview, I did call my card, and I also talked to both Lake Association presidents before coming in. Their thought, along with mine, with a lot of angry Lakers that don't feel that they have due process on anything, was that the county and state is not taking on their fair share, and that most of the benefit that the lake brings the county is unduly put on the Lakers, and we've already paid increased property taxes, mostly second homes. And I'm just asking for them to delay and look at that methodology.
So this would be the Marble Coldwater Chain Lake Special Assessment District funding what we're talking about.
Correct.
There are projects that could or probably need to be done in the future, things like with the dams and other things. So there is a need for money to be there in the future, certainly.
Oh, yeah, when those arise. And so 307, kind of gives you that format to do that. So a lot of this has been challenged. I'm not saying the Lakers don't want to pay, their due process. We are paying. The county states, that they're chipping in along with the townships, but all that revenue is generated mostly from property taxes in and around the lakes. So who's really paying for it? And I'm just asking that we slow down, look at that methodology a little bit, and reassess it, especially with the Michigan Supreme Court action coming.
Yeah. And that's in regards to Higgins Lake up north, which is another huge recreation area too. And I know you've talked to a number of other folks on the lake. What's kind of their feedback to you, and what are they kind of most people like-minded?
Yes. Nobody likes taxes, and really it's $42. It's not about the $42. I mean, but I look at it generates $165,000 in revenue, and 107 of that is glumped into lawyers, engineering. There it wasn't a true cost breakdown, and the information that was given to Lakers and the manner and the timing, it just felt quite rushed, and I think we needed to take that step back. As a lot of people on the lake, but most Lakers feel that the fix is in. It's kind of like kissing your sister. you yeah, grin and bear it.
Yeah.
But it's if there is a major shift, it's if the dams had problems, it really focuses that major expense on the Lakers and not the county and the state, which get a lot of benefits from our tourism and property values and everything that goes along with that.
All right. So the meeting at 4 o'clock, 4:30 this afternoon. I'm assuming
Correct.
you'll be there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And we'll see how it plays out. Again, sometimes it is okay to just to pump the brakes a little bit and relook at things to make sure it's.
Yeah, and I think that overall the county, especially over the last couple of years, has really done a great job with new administration in, and going forward. I just think this is an area that needs to have better attention, and people in the state feel that also. So believe me, all the drain commissioners and county seats are looking at that Supreme Court ruling, and how they and what they rule on. We don't really know.
We'll see how it plays out this afternoon. Dennis Babjack from Coldwater Lake with us this morning.